Okie dokie, here I am at the library, taking video as I said, setting stuff up. So I got in, I turned on the air conditioner, some of the fans. I opened up the back room with the photocopier, and now I'm going to turn on the computer. I notice that the place is usually a mess and in disorder when I get here. I don't know why, but whatever. Let's turn on the air conditioner. And now I just go through and turn the lights on and the fans. Maybe I should reverse this. Okay, I decided to reverse it because I think it's easier for me to see what I'm doing while I'm filming. So just going through on my routine, turning on lights and fans. Okay, this is the reference room. You might notice that the door is off the hinges because Father Joseph, the president, got his key stuck in the lock to the main door, and they tried to come in through this back door here, but they forgot that there's this bolt on the door, and so they couldn't open the door. So they tried taking the hinges off, and that didn't actually. I guess they were successful, but I may be trying to, get the door open, the main door open from the inside. Actually, I guess it didn't work without maybe breaking the glass, and they didn't want to do that. This is the periodical room. It's called the Melanesian room. Show you around. Here are the periodicals. Here at CTI, which are not bad, helpful. Most of them I find that are kind of incomplete, but they're helpful. And this is the Melanesian collection. All of these books here are books about Melanesia, and especially, of course, Papua New Guinea, since Papua New Guinea is in Melanesia. Papua New Guinea might even just be Melanesia. I should look that up, because Micronesia is the area above Papua New Guinea, with the islands like Yap and the Federated States of Micronesia. And then Polynesia is the area to the east of Papua New Guinea, with places like, I guess, New Caledonia, Fiji, Vanuatu, Tonga, places like that, Tahiti. So a lot of books on Papua New Guinea, various regions of Papua New Guinea, Fiji, stuff like that. Whoops. I know I'm a klutz, but whatever. Anyways, and here, by surprise, we have actually quite an interesting collection of memorabilia. Well, books, I guess I should say, not really memorabilia, but stuff from the Second Vatican Council. Documents that were, I guess, brought back by bishops from this area. So you have papers of Pariti, or I should say Pariti. That's actually quite interesting. That'd be kind of interesting to look at. One door opens. Does this one open? Might actually be interesting to take a peek at the stuff from the Pariti. See what was going through their heads during the council. This is just a little Missale Romanum. Weird. Not even sure. Just a little altar missal. But like the Pariti papers, I'm going to assume they're in Latin, but I'd be curious to just. Church in the World Today. Oh no, they're not. They're not in Latin. Oh, that's interesting. Church, Skillabakes, Lucas Vischer, Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I mean, they did a lot of this kind of stuff. The Paridi would write up all sorts of articles and things to then circulate amongst the bishops and influence the texts and stuff like that, or how they were gonna go. Okay, interesting. Very interesting if you want to study the history of the council. I'll leave that. Well, maybe I'll put it back. But anyways, I just wanted to show that it's actually quite an interesting collection of source material that you would not expect to find in I think in a place like this, in the outskirts of Papua New Guinea, Port Moresby. Okay, so we hold our meetings in here, the library board meeting, faculty board meeting, the students hold meetings, in addition, of course, to using the books and doing research or just hanging out and doing research. There's a picture of the Binding fire dance, which last I checked, the Binding people are going to keep to themselves and not allow anyone else to do anymore because they think it's becoming too much of a tourist attraction. And so they're going to keep it to themselves and their community and hold it every now and then. And, of course, charge people to come see it, which I guess is their right. It's part of their culture. It also means that their culture will die because no one will be able to see it, or very few people, only people who can trek to that region whenever they have it and will pay the tariff or fee to see it. So, oh well. That's the decision they're making. So, now what do? I usually turn on the air conditioner down that way, but I'm not going to do that tonight. There's a nice breeze out, though it is kind of stuffy back here. Maybe I will turn it on. Here are all the chairs that the students have to carry around because they do not keep them in the classrooms because rascals will steal them. Even though the classrooms are locked, I mean they're locked, but they're not impregnable. And so instead of, I don't know, getting better security or doing something about it, the solution is to have the students actually carry around all of their chairs for whatever classroom they're going to. Here are our computers. Not bad. Yeah, they look okay. They don't always work well. I don't think they're all compatible. Some of them might be a little bit old. And the operating system is usually, I think, Windows 7, because Windows 10 is really not a good computer operating system to use in a country like this, where Microsoft constantly forces updates on you, and it uses bandwidth, it uses data on your computer. I just want to show you again the reference room. So we have a pretty good reference room, actually quite a good reference room. A lot of stuff here, encyclopedias and stuff. Anyways, yeah, it's good enough. And see, this is what kills me. People, they're not being helpful. Guys will just leave books all over the place. Well, this is definitely not being helpful. People leaving books all over the place so they can get lost. But people will think that they're being helpful by putting books back on the shelf. And I had to yell at a guy last night. I didn't mean to. I wasn't trying to yell at him. But I saw him put with a whole bunch of books in his arm, and then the books aren't there anymore. And I was like, "Did you put them back?" And he's like, "I know where to put them. I put them back in the right place." I hope he did. But a lot of these guys have trouble with numbers and counting. And they put books back. Either they don't care, or they can't figure out the Dewey Decimal System. And people stick books back all the time. Hey, Father, what's going on? I'm just taking, it's Father Zenon, I'm taking video for my family, showing them what I'm doing. Okay, so Father Zenon was just telling me that he's going out tomorrow to the store, so he said I still have like 24 kino left for my monthly allowance. So I asked him to get me some yogurt. That's all I can think of. I can't think of anything. Nothing comes to mind. Yogurt will do, I guess, for like breakfast or something. And Ryan and Sarah are here. Okay, so now I'm going to take care of the main desk after I turn on all the lights and everything. Why is there tape on the floor? There are bits of tape all over the floor. Okay, don't know why. Okay, so now I'm gonna turn on or log into the computer. Okay. I'll turn away so you don't see the password. Not that you can really see it, but... Okay. And then the computer will boot up, start up, and Athena, this cataloging system, will come up. We have Athena 9.1, which I think is rather an older version. But it does, it does its job, I guess. So now I'm going to just put things to rights. There's a pad here. I have no idea why it's here. So I'll put it over here with other stuff. The sign-in sheet. Put this up here. A bell if people need to get my attention. One of the Dewey Decimal System books, DDC, Dewey Decimal Classification. You can see we have a whole bunch of them that we can look at. Put that back. This is just junk, the key, bathroom key. Garbage out here, so everything else looks fine. And now I'm gonna sit over there by the new books. Oh wait, I forgot the stapler. Put that here. Huh, where's the there was another, oh there it is, there's a stamper here. Okay. And this is other stuff. Papers. That's recycling. This is stuff that's used for cataloging books, but that's not going to happen tonight because I've got no time. It's crunch time. We're in the last 2 weeks of classes. Yes, I know, it's just October, and we're going to end on November 2nd. But that's how the term is. The third term is, for some reason. So I have to get stuff done. So I usually sit over at that table because, as you might be able to tell here, the table here is way too low. I don't know. Well, they built it for Papua New Guineans, and Papua New Guineans are pretty short people, but not all of them are short. So I don't know why they built the table so low, but they did. I can't get my legs underneath it, so I can't sit here, do work. So I sit over there. That's our new book table, and so we see new books that Rebecca Zimmerman, the librarian, has purchased or gotten. All sorts of stuff. Okay. And then over here we have like the newspapers, but I don't see any newspaper for today. I don't know where it went. Maybe it's in Mr. Morris's office. Let's go look. Okay, usually the newspapers are in here. These are some newspapers, but these are old ones. Those are old newspapers. I don't see any newspapers on Mr. Morris's desk. So where did they go? There are newspapers up here. But are these today's newspapers? Nope. From September. So, okay. Maybe they're papers that, it looks like they're papers that nobody picked up from some of the religious communities. So, I don't see any newspapers in here. I don't know where they went. I don't know why they're not out there. People might ask, and I have no response. Well, I do have a response. My response is I have no clue. I looked at Mr. Morris's office. They're not there. They're not on the table. I guess they were taken. Now I'm just going to do a walkthrough and get any books that are take away any books that are on the carols, just so I can clean that up. Okay, so that's my job, you know. If people need help, I check out books, I check in books, I renew books, I do photocopying, put books back on shelves from time to time, catalog books, new books that are in, tidy up, make sure that everything's, you know, safe and clean for the most part. Close up when I'm done, open it up, obviously. Answer questions. So, that's my job here at CTI Library. Okay, see you later.